What's going on, boys? I got the NFL picks for you for Sunday, September 21st. With this format I'm about to give you guys, you could turn $20 into over $240. But as per usual, before we get into that, if you boys could please drop a like and subscribe, that would help me out a ton. Obviously, just to talk about our picks for today a little bit, I'm going to jump over here and show you guys a lot of really bad beats for today. This stuff really sucks. We missed by 15 on Harden, 4 on Williams, missed by 20 on Mateer. So it's like 40 yards away from sweeping all the picks that have already finished up so far. Robertson is looking promising. He needs to pick it up just a little bit in that second half. Obviously, the line is 309 to hit, and he's got 149, so he's got to pick it up just a little bit. But yeah, those other picks really suck, man. That's just so bad for us. Obviously, been on a really good streak, so it's not going to kill us. However, would have been really nice to get those just because of how close they got. But that being said, our VIP for today is looking really good. One of our picks already hit. We've got a ton that are about halfway there, so love that. But with that being said, obviously, NFL Week 3 coming up tomorrow, so just going to jump into these picks. Our first one is going to be Jalen Hurts. We're taking him under 190.5 passing yards. This Eagles offense has been absolutely terrible. By the way, guys, if you couldn't tell already, doing the same thing as yesterday. Building the play on Parlay Play, but I'm just going to show you guys the stats on Prizepicks because it's just a little bit easier to do it that way, a little easier on Prizepicks to see exactly what I'm talking about. So that being said, we're going to find Jalen Hurts passing yards here. It is at 194.5 on Prizepicks. Again, really not that bad, that much of an issue, just because of the fact that this Eagles team is like refusing to throw the ball at all. Don't really know why. They have an outstanding receiving core, but they just don't like to throw the ball. Obviously, 152 against Dallas. Dallas's defense is not that good. So 152 is really bad. 101 against KC, absolutely ridiculous. This is like inexcusable from that good of an offensive roster. Crazy that they're barely throwing, but whatever. They're playing the Rams tomorrow, so this should be a good game. However, the Rams have not allowed more than like 180 passing yards in both of their two games that they've played so far. They played Cam Ward and they played against CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, obviously a pretty decent quarterback. Cam Ward, still really young, so not looking into that too much, but Cam Ward actually threw more passing yards than CJ Stroud. So this LA defense has been super locked down as far as the pass goes. And I don't think that's going to change at all just because they're playing Philly. I don't think that Philly's really going to be looking to throw the ball that much just because that's really how they've been playing the whole time. So I think that over on Parlay Play, obviously, that under on 190.5, I love that line. Again, the Eagles just don't really throw. So I think that this is going to be a very favorable line for us. And then our next pick I've got for you guys is going to be Jakori Croskey-Merritt. We're taking him over 50.5 rushing yards. Obviously, Austin Eckler just tore his ACL, so he's going to be out for the season. All they've really got in that backfield after trading Bijan Robinson is Jakori Croskey-Merritt. And this dude's shown a ton of talent. He's shown a ton of promise for this backfield. Obviously, Washington just in general, an extremely young team, especially offensively. Very young, especially that backfield. Obviously, Jaden Daniels and now Jakori Croskey-Merritt taking over that starting position. It's super young backfield, but a lot of guys with a lot of talent. So absolutely love this. Obviously against Green Bay, he didn't get a ton of usage just because they were kind of playing catch up that whole time. So not a great game from him there. But against the Giants, they gave him some really good looks. And he showed what he can do with the ball in his hands. So I absolutely love this. Again, 50.5, not a big line to get. And he's playing against the Raiders. The Raiders have not really shown anything spectacular from a run defense standpoint. They play the Chargers, and the Chargers' run defense or run offense, I should say, has looked very underwhelming this entire season. Obviously, they picked up Najee, they drafted Hampton, and it just hasn't looked very good at all. And then they played New England week 1, who their run game is just not worth a damn. So, again, this Raiders run defense, not very good. And again, Croskey-Merritt just has a ton of talent, and he's just waiting to show it to that team. So love that line, and especially that it's lower on Parlay Play. Love that, 50.5. Great line right there. But going to jump into our third play. Like I said, I've got 4 for you guys today. So this one's going to be pretty easy, pretty simple right here. Bijan Robinson, we're taking him. I want to say it was around low 80s. Yeah, so 81.5 is what we're going to take him on. He's playing Carolina. That one really speaks for itself. Obviously, Bijan, one of, if not the most talented running back in the NFL right now. Obviously, only saying that because Saquon's had a pretty down year so far. But obviously, Bijan Robinson, so damn good. This guy can really do crazy things with the ball in his hands. Obviously, 143 against Minnesota. Minnesota had like easily a top 10 run defense, if not top 5 run defense last year. Their run defense was super, super strong. He just put up 143 against them. Again, he's playing Carolina tomorrow. As you can see, last game of last season was against Carolina. He dropped 170 on him. Ridiculous number. I think that tomorrow's game is going to be no different. I think that the only way that this could possibly miss is if Tyler Algier either has 20 carries or if Bijan Robinson gets hurt, which both of those would absolutely suck. The Algier one, there's no way in hell that's happening. So if this dude plays the whole game, he's gonna hit it. It's Carolina. They suck. They allowed like 150 to Travis Etienne just a couple weeks ago, and that dude has looked trash the last like 2 seasons straight. So again, this one, or I want to say 81.5 on here. Yeah, 81.5 for Bijan. Love that line. I think that he's easily gonna eclipse 100. So love that line. And then for the second week in a row, we're going to be taking Jackson Smith-Njigba. This guy can ball. Obviously, it's been so clear this whole season when he's the number one guy. He can really ball for that team. Obviously, Sam Darnold loves throwing him the ball a lot. Sam Darnold's threw something, I want to say like 55 passes, and 23 of those have gone to Jackson Smith-Njigba. This guy just gets so many targets. Obviously, week 1, he had more than half the targets. They threw like 23 passes. He had 13. And then last week, he had another 10 targets. He's got 23 in 2 games. That is ridiculous. And on top of that, they're playing New Orleans. New Orleans is absolutely terrible. They got carved up by Mac Jones just a week ago. So I think that this game is going to go exactly how everyone thinks this game is going to go. Sam Darnold's going to keep throwing the ball to JSN as it's been the entire season. So love that. And obviously, they keep putting his line at like the low 70s, which is absolutely ridiculous. He has not gone under 100 yards. Obviously, Pittsburgh has a very, very strong pass defense, and he still dropped 103 on them. So I love this line. 73.5 looks super, super good for us. But with that being said, I'm going to pop back over here. This is the format I've got for you guys. I'm super, super happy about this. Again, if you want to pop in $20, it's actually $253. So $253 off of a $20 bet. Again, if I show you guys this on Prizepicks, you're not getting that on Prizepicks. You're only getting that over there on Parlay Play. You're losing out on $50 if you put in the same exact play on Prizepicks as compared to Parlay Play. So I'm telling you guys, Parlay Play is absolutely the way to go if you guys want to make some money. But with that being said, just going to go over these plays for you guys really quickly. Jalen Hurts, under 190.5 passing yards. The LA Rams have not allowed more than about 184, I want to say, is what Cam Ward had. So they have not allowed even, I don't want to say even close, but they have not allowed over 190 passing yards in either of their games they played this season. And Jalen Hurts has not passed for more than 152. Really terrible on the passing side of the ball for the Eagles. But that being said, our second play was Jakori Croskey-Merritt, or Bill. I think that's a lot easier to say. I'm just going to call him Bill. Bill, over 50.5 rushing yards. Again, he is their starter now. Austin Eckler just went down with that Achilles injury, so wishing him the best. Obviously, that really, really sucks, especially in his age. So I don't even know if he's going to end up being able to bounce back from that. But yeah, Bill's going to be their starter from now on. Again, this dude's super, super talented. I love what their offense can do. And again, they're playing the Raiders, so this is just a pretty easy matchup for him. And then we've got Bijan Robinson, more than 81.5 rushing yards. Again, he's playing Carolina. He put up 170 the last game of last season against Carolina. So absolutely love that. I think he's easily going to go over 100. And then Jackson Smith-Njigba, more than 71.5 receiving yards against the worst team in the entire league. Actually, at this point, I think that Carolina and the Saints might be neck and neck for that. But either way, one of the worst teams in the league. I think that he can easily get 71.5. Super, super easy line for him. But other than that, boys, I'm just going to jump over here, talk to you guys about Chalkboard and Parlay Play really quick, and I'm going to get out of here. But Chalkboard, always the same. You guys have known this for a couple months. If you guys want to go download the Chalkboard app, throw in that code SBO when you're signing up. You guys are going to get all their free picks they put up for every single sport, every single day, as well as a free $20. Says it right here, no deposit required at all. You guys just get the free $20 just for throwing in that code. So love that. And then over on Parlay Play, a little bit different. If you guys want to go download the Parlay Play app and throw in that code SBL, same code for both apps. Throw in that code SBL. You guys are going to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. I like the deposit match a little bit more. You guys can get more free money out of it. Obviously, free 20 bucks for no deposit is pretty cool, but if you guys throw in 100, you get a free 100 bucks. Simple as that. And then obviously a free $5 game on sign up, says it right here. Absolutely love that. That one actually requires zero deposit. So you guys get that free game no matter what, or no matter how much money you put in. You could put in $0 just to get that free game. So love that. Obviously, I just showed you guys the payouts on Parlay Play are absolutely stupid. They pay out way more than every other app, and their lines are about the same, if not sometimes even a little bit lower. You guys saw it with Croskey-Merritt. You guys saw it with JSN. So their lines are lower, their payouts are higher. It's actually crazy stuff, but love that. And obviously, I talked about our VIP a little bit earlier. Still doing pretty good. No unit yesterday, but I want to say we're about plus 57. Again, in the last about 5.5 weeks at this point. So really good numbers still. Sitting on the VIP for today still. Just waiting for those games to finish up. We're looking really, really good there. But yeah, other than that, guys, I've got nothing more for you today. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.